If you are watching this video, let me start with one question. When an AI can chat, call tools, open a browser, and run commands, does that mean it can really deliver a project? Many AI agent demos stop at the first layer. You send a prompt, it replies. You ask it to research, it gives you a summary. You ask it to run a command, it says the job is done. That is useful, but it is not project delivery. The harder questions are, who owns the result? Who reviews it? What areas are off limits? Who authorizes high-risk actions? And how do we prove that something is actually done, not just visually convincing? This video introduces MYAI Command Deck. It is not another chatbot that speaks more fluently. It is a control system that turns AI coders into a project delivery team. You can think of it as a virtual development office. The user provides a goal. Command Deck turns that goal into a task contract. Then multiple AI coders work like a real team, they split work, hand off, review, and deliver evidence. To be fair, open-source projects like OpenClaw and Hermes are not useless. They solve an important entry problem. They connect AI to chat channels, browsers, files, terminals, scheduled jobs, and memory systems. In other words, they give an AI assistant hands and feet. But having hands and feet does not mean it can manage a project. When a user asks several AIs to work at the same time, the most common failure is not lack of ability. It is management drift. One AI writes a script. One AI edits code. One AI researches. One AI says everything is finished. That looks busy, but without a task contract, role boundaries, review, and acceptance evidence, it becomes a pile of chat logs. Command Deck adds the missing layer. It first converts the user's sentence into a model-independent task contract. The contract defines the goal, allowed scope, forbidden scope, required artifacts, verification commands, and stop conditions. This matters because different models have different habits and alignment styles. Without one shared contract, they can rewrite the task in different directions, or treat a suggestion as permission. Then the task enters the AI coder team. Codex CLI handles mainline development, integration changes, and final closeout fixes. Claude is better for architecture judgment, complex review, and high-value critique. Anti-gravity handles external research, verification, adversarial review, and tool capability experiments. Cursor works well for local implementation, small and mid-sized tickets, and non-author QA. Kimi is useful for long multi-step execution and checklist-driven construction. Quen provides structured checks, low-risk backup, and QA coverage. The important point is not the brand names. The important point is the role. Every execution slot needs a slot ID, task ID, owner, reviewer, file scope, verification command, waiting window, and stop condition. This is not a group of AIs shouting answers in a chat room. It is an execution team with roles, boundaries, records, and accountability. Below that is the skill and tool workflow. In this system, a skill is not a shiny plugin. It is a standard operating method. Research first, then build, using the research skill. When writing code, follow coding standards. For media work, use hyperframes, voice generation, shot planning, and frame review. For security and permission checks, use security scan. Before commit, use Git hygiene. For acceptance, use QA review. Each skill tells the AI how this type of work should be done, how it should be verified, and what mistakes to avoid. For example, if the task is, make a public project introduction video, the system does not only ask an AI to write a script. It starts with external research to understand what viewers care about. Then it writes a director brief with audience, core message, and risk boundaries. Then it writes narration and on-screen copy. Then it builds a shot matrix and defines the rhythm of each scene. Next, it generates voice, builds animation, renders the video, and finally uses media probes to verify duration, resolution, frame rate, audio track, and file size. That is a closed loop. There is one more important design, human in the loop. Many people misunderstand this phrase. They think it means the AI must ask a human before every small action. That would be slow. Command Deck does it differently. Humans do not approve every tiny step. Humans stand at the important gates. The user confirms the goal. The user confirms boundaries. The user authorizes high-risk actions. The user gives final acceptance. The AI team handles decomposition, execution, review, and evidence collection. For read-only observation, the system can proceed. For low-risk verification, it can continue. But when a task touches writing, deletion, accounts, pushing, service restarts, external assets, or architectural changes, the system must stop and bring the user back into the decision loop. Command Deck also defines completion differently. A normal chatbot may say, "I have finished it." Command Deck asks for evidence. Is there real command output? Are there passed, failed, and skipped numbers? Was there non-author QA? Are there screenshots or frame samples? Are risks documented? Is there a handoff? Is version status clear? If these are missing, the task is not closed. So OpenClaw and Hermes are closer to the assistant gateway layer. They let AI enter chat, tools, memory, and automation. Command Deck is the delivery control plane. It lets multiple AI coders, under user governance, decompose work, divide roles, use skills, execute, review, and deliver evidence. Now, a word about this channel. Moody and NYX2 is a channel about human and AI co-creation. It records how Moody and NYX explore AI workflows, digital life, creative tools, automation systems, and real project experiments. This channel is not about abstract AI slogans. It looks at how AI enters daily life, work, creation, and long-term companionship. There will be practice, retrospectives, failure records, and ongoing observations about future human-machine relationships. If all you want is an assistant that can chat, an agent gateway may be enough. But if you want a computer to have an AI coder team that can collaborate, review, and deliver, you need a delivery operating system like Command Deck. This is MYAI Command Deck. From one sentence of intent, to team execution, to evidence-based delivery.